Hi guys, just to give you a recap of this video, I did a get ready with me and some questions that were asked to me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Okay, I just called my best friend for some words of advice, which I very much needed. But hi guys, welcome to my channel. I do not know what the name is going to be right now, but today I'm going to be doing my makeup. I usually do a lot of vlogs like this. I don't know why I was so nervous at first, because I could yap. When I tell you, I could just... Anyways, so for today, I plan on doing like a get ready with me, and then I plan on yapping again. Like I'm gonna do like a mini podcast episode, get ready with me turned into podcast, because I kind of like that title. I don't know, it sounds cool to me. To be honest with you, I do not know anything about makeup. Do not ask me anything about makeup, because I do not know half of the things I'm doing. I don't know if I'm supposed to be using them like this. All I know is that it works. That's all I know. So for moisturizer, my skin, I don't know, like over here, it used to be very I also got my eyebrows done like a week ago. She ate. Don't mind my pimple. Yes, I see them. I see all of them. But she ate because a week ago. And my eyebrows are sisters. That's twins, girl. Then I go in with this one. I only put a little bit because that one is very moisturizing. Like when I tell you, I could use only that moisturizer and I will be good. But I'm a little extra, girl. I'm gonna be feeling nice. Okay. But I have a little mirror over here as well in my vanity mirror. For my vanity, I have noticed I only like it because of the light bulbs. Like I don't ever really use my vanity mirror, and I was fiending for a vanity. I got my vanity. I barely sit here unless I'm doing my makeup, which is not every day, but I don't really use it. I don't like take pictures in it. I don't use the lights for pictures. I just got this camera too of the TikTok shop. Let's see. I'm gonna take a picture of my vanity and like my setup, and then I'm gonna show you. Okay. That's kind of the setup. I have a mirror right here, and that's me in the back where my vanity goes all around. There's a little mirror, and then my stuff. Yeah. I got it at the TikTok shop. Pretty good. I also have this light that my boyfriend broke. My tripod. I'm using my tripod right now. But it just has 3 settings. It's not that good. But when you're in the dark, it helps. Anyways, I'm already like, girl, carry on. You're talking too fucking much. Now I'm going to use this primer. It's the Power Grip Primer by e.l.f. Everybody was talking about this before I even knew what makeup was. Not playing. It came out right when I was when I started doing my makeup, and I was like, I gotta try it, because the TikTok girlies, they be riding for this. So it's pretty good though. I don't know, it looks like I'm so rough on myself. Promise. I'm not, and a little goes a long way. I always overdo it, but it's just because I like that covered feeling. Like I want every single spot of my face covered. All right, now I want one of them little fans. Like I know they sell them at like $5 below, but I be lazy, not gonna lie. Sometimes I be thinking about that. I'm like, bro, you want to do this, you want to do that, and then I'm like, but you could literally do it right now, and you don't because you're lazy. And that applies to a lot of things in my life. Laziness, girl. Once I literally get up, go to work, I get out of work, and I have my whole entire day, and then I come home and I'm like, my bed is looking nice, and I even to sleep to watch YouTube. Just that. Literally, that's all I do. But anyways, I'm going to use the Hue Brow by Live Tinted. I think that's what it's called. I only call it tinted. For my eyebrows, again, I do not know what I'm doing. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos and they like rub it back and forth, but I feel like for my eyebrows that doesn't really work, or it doesn't really matter if I do that, because girl, look at that. So let me show you. Beauty Guru or whatever, I don't even know makeup for real. So it has this side, which has a freaking eyebrow here. This side is like the applicant, and then this one is the shape, like the tiny one. So I just go like this, and then with the smaller one, I really like. Perfect eyebrow. Let me see. Is this one here? There we go. Perfect. Look, you see the difference is crazy. I'd be forgetting the steps, I'm not gonna lie, but I mix the Collab Meet Your Matte foundation in the shade Cinnamon. This one is a lot darker than me. It's like my summer shade, but I like mixing it with this one. I don't even know the name of this one. I literally saw it and I was like, looks like a match. It didn't, and that's it. Flawless IRL Skin Perfection Foundation. I would love to tell you the name, but I don't know if I'm slow, but I don't know what that means. These two, I mixed them. I put little dots. Somebody told me that you're not supposed to do this. Who gonna check me? I'm playing. Then I put like that much. Just because this one is a lot darker. Like you see the difference. This one matches me more right now. I'm going to tie my hair back because it is getting in my way. This is gonna bother me later when I'm editing, so I guess I'll do my best. The best I can right now, at least. Scrunchie by the Best by Kayla, period. Throw that out of the way. And I use this brush to kind of like, I don't know why I use it. I'm not even gonna try to explain to you why. I seen some girl mixing her foundation like this. I always try to cover my ears as much as I can. Okay, my boyfriend interrupted me. Well, I blend it like this. It looks a little questionable. A little. But just hold on, I'm coming home. Just hold on, I'm coming home. Then we're gonna go in with our beauty blender. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape Ultra Creamy in the shade 38N. which is the medium tan. And I'm going to apply it like right under my eye, but I don't really like touching the top like that much. I like to put one little bit right here because I always get a little pimple. Now I'm going to let it sit for a little bit and I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I have let it sit for like 5 minutes. Now I'm going to go in with my damp beauty blender. I know that much. I'm playing. I keep making these little makeup remarks. I'm not the worst, I think. But I'm gonna start by my chin. I need tips on makeup, to be honest, because I am not the best at it, for real, and I want to be good at it. One thing I wanted to talk about was how much I feel like in social media, well, basically, like, I know any platform, every platform, but mainly on Instagram, I've always felt insecure to post about things that's going on with me, just because I feel like always somebody's watching, somebody's judging, somebody's looking to see who's better than who. When on my Snapchat, I feel like I could post anything and everything. I literally have a private story. Well, it is private, so I still care a little bit, but I have a private story that's mainly just for vlogs. I film things I do throughout the day, and me at work, because I work with my friend, and I just feel like there I be myself more. That's what really like inspired me to film, because I never really, how should I say this, I never really cared to film. I just always know that I liked social media. Like, I have been watching since I was younger. I have a lot of favorite YouTubers that I watch every single day. I know what style of editing I like. I know what YouTube videos I'm going to watch. I know what YouTube videos I'm not going to like. Things like that. Just like, even not by the title, because I find myself that even if the title isn't something that like I'm attracted to, it's definitely something like, I don't know, Instagram just really like gives me bad vibes, and I have never liked it. But I like to just post. I feel like I always like to talk. I always like to know people's opinions, and that's one of the topics that I want to talk in the mini podcast. Is like, I love to talk. Like, I am so shy at first, and it might look like I'm very quiet, but I love to get to know people. I love to, like, little by little, like, I don't know, I want to know things about you that nobody but me knows. If that makes any sense. Where's my makeup? This is the Rare Beauty bronzer stick in shade Always Sunny. Yep. Now I'm going to do that to both sides. Yep. That's where it works. Again, I always start with the lower part of my face. Something that I always struggled with was like finding something that I genuinely liked doing. I always wanted to do like something my friends were doing, or something that wasn't really in my interest, but I found cool just because it was something that other people were doing. But now, as I'm getting older, I have realized like, oh, I don't have any hobbies that I like. Like, yes, I like to go on hikes, and I like to go on walks, and I like nature, I like fishing, I like things like that, but it was never really like a hobby that I said, oh, I'm going to start doing this because it brings me peace. Besides nature walks and hikes, that's like something that I started for myself because I feel like I was really sad sometimes, and I don't know, I feel like walking really brought me joy. But now I don't even fucking walk anymore. Like, I get a little bit of happiness and I'm like, okay, I don't need to walk. But I should go back to how I was when I would do it if I was sad, if I was happy. I tried to hike the other day. So this attention span, memory gone. Mom. So yeah, with Instagram and stuff, I struggled a lot. Just, it's been a reoccurring thing. It's been a thing since I was younger. There's the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in medium deep. I don't bake, I set because I kind of put it in, except over here, and then I quickly, once I found the brush, take it off. Now to bring that color back, I'm going to use the Morphe bronzer in the shade Blogger. I can never say that fucking word. A blog. So it's the same brushes. I never know which one I used. I'm gonna use this brush. I know this is not the right brush. Just cannot find my brush. This is just to bring that color back. And I also put it in my eye. Like the excess powder. This is my base. Now I'm going to do my blush. But yeah. Now I'm learning as well that I feel like you don't need that validation from people. I feel like people only do videos and things like that, like for the money and to blow up and to be big. But generally, I love talking to people. And if I could sit there and have a conversation with you for the whole day, and it's like an interesting conversation, I will sit there and talk my ass off. Like, me and my friends, we talk and it never gets boring, just because it's like we know the things that we like to talk about when we're together. It's like how people say you have a friend for everything. Well, most of my friends, like my closest friends, I could do anything and everything with. Like, I don't really need like a friend for everything. It's mostly like my friends. I could simply do most of the things I'm interested in with more than half of them. Not saying that I have a lot of friends, so if I'm saying more than half, that's to be better for. But what am I going to do now? I'm going to do my eyeliner. I am going to do like a dark moment. I like to fill in my eyebrows with this too. Sorry guys, my sister interrupted me because somebody was knocking on the door and she is so scared. And this is my final look. I look kind of crazy, but kind of like it. And for the honor of the vlog, not the vlog, the girl ready with me, I'm going to take a picture. I'm done. I'm gonna see you guys in the next section. Hi guys, welcome to the Everything and Anything Goes podcast. I am your host, Nicole, and today we are going to be answering some questions that I received. How do people not care about what other people think of them? or how they see them in public, I guess that was the question. I feel like for me, I still think about what people, I still care about what people think of me. Like when I'm driving, I'm still thinking about who's looking at me, because we drive a fishbowl. Period. But for the most part, I don't really care. Like whenever I go out and somebody's looking at me, I stare at them back. When I'm wearing an outfit that I know might be a little controversial, I do not care who looks at me. There be fucking mothers, and I'm like, bitch, you're mad, you're 40, and you're fat. I don't be fat shaming, but now if you say, oh my god, you barely eat. There's my phone. Somebody called me. But so, how do people deal with how other people see them, or when they're out in public, how people portray them? But how I was saying, whenever I'm driving, I'm very conscious of it. It's like people are fucking looking at me every single time I look to the side. There's a white male in his 40s looking at me. But for like the majority of the times, I do not care what people are thinking of me. I do not care if I'm wearing like a slutty outfit and people are staring at me. Girl, just how I said, people be the people that be hating, for me personally, it'd be the 40-year-old women. It's whatever. A lady told me I should eat more the other day. That was pretty nice. But yep.
Let me tell you what that question was about.
Okay.
So basically, on the TikTok, the guy said that he doesn't care anymore because once he realized that
exactly what video I'm talking about.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
Right? That he was like, basically, you're making an image in your head of what that person might be thinking. You don't actually know what that person's thinking.
Yeah.
You're actually making up a bad side of that person, and you're making them like look bad in your head, so therefore you're the one that's being judgmental of them, not vice versa. Like,
yeah.
You don't know what the fuck that person's thinking.
Yeah, so I feel like whenever we do think about what other people are thinking of us, it's us portraying insecurities onto the other person that literally has no.
Moved on to say the same thing. Like whenever he sees that somebody's being mean towards him, then he knows that it's something that is internalized. It has nothing to do with him. It's something that they are insecure about, and they're just portraying it onto him like he used to do before.
Yeah, but even though I do care sometimes, again, while I'm driving, it's because sometimes I don't be driving the fucking best, and I know people are looking at me because I just did something illegal. So it's me like portraying something that I'm insecure about, and I feel like I try to be the biggest person, the biggest one. When people say rude stuff to me though, like whenever I'm in public and somebody feels like they could comment on something I'm wearing or how I look or anything about me, it's like, now is my time to attack you. Because yep, even though it could be something that you are struggling with yourself and you are insecure about that, but you're portraying it onto me, I do not allow that type of fucking behavior. Girl, go do that with somebody else. Thank you. I cannot, like, when people, there's some people that will look at you and tell you things that know are mean and know that will affect you and how your day is about to go on from there, and they will still disrespect you and still try to like feel entitled to how they feel, and that's their opinion. But most of the time people be wrong, and I feel like you should not allow what people say just because that's their opinion. If you do not like what people are saying to you, that's something that you have to like tell or say, I guess. Because for me, my biggest thing is like, if you have an issue, say it. Explain, like express that to me, because I'm not no fucking genie. Like, I'm not gonna be able to know what you're feeling, what you're thinking at all times. And even if it's a random person, if you feel away, you can ask a nice question. Oh God, you're so skinny, and then they follow up with, do you not eat? Like, it's a backhanded ass compliment. Do not tell me I'm pretty and then be like, but you're pretty, but if you were like, if you gained a little weight, or if you dressed a certain way, or if you did this instead of that, I cut it right there. All right, now moving on. Do you deal with weird friends and vibes? I feel like I have had a couple of instances where I have like seen myself notice things about friends that are like, why would you say that, or why would you do that to me?
Like me is more just being fucking included. I don't like you being more friends with one person than the other. If you have completely separate friendships, cool.
I get it. I get your point. So going off that, basically I have had this, I feel like I have came into a friend group already where they make me feel like the new person, or they make me feel like that one friend. It's like very much their friend group and I'm invited. It's like, I don't know how I deal with weird friends, because I feel like whenever I have had a weird friend, it's like they're cut off first weird thing. I do not deal with that shit no more. Back when I was in high school, like beginning of high school, yes, I stuck with friends that I thought just because of the history I couldn't like fan them the idea of not being friends with them. Because of the history, I was like, I love this person, and even though they have a fucking list of cons, they have these many pros, and I always enjoy my time with them. But I feel like people only make you feel wanted when it's in their benefit. For my situation, at least, it was like very much, oh, let's go out, but it was always because, oh, I'm going to meet this guy that I haven't met, so I need you to be there. And not always it's like that, because there has been a friend to me that was like, oh, I need you to come with me, but it's mainly just for my safety. For when it was with the other friend, it was with ill intentions. It was like, oh, I just want to get there because I can't tell my mom that I'm going to see a guy. Or anyways, it was always like for the benefit, like, oh, let's go take a trip to this state, but it's just for them to do something. It's never like, oh, we're gonna go out to a cute spot in this state, and then I'm gonna meet up with this person, and it's gonna be like that. No, it was mainly like, oh, I'm going to see my friends, but I need you to come because I don't want to go by myself. But I was never wanted in this space. It was mainly just from point A to point B, and then the time at point B you were like non-existent, and then from point B to point A type shit. Which I hated that shit, but I was younger. I didn't really know how to set boundaries. I didn't really know what I liked and what I didn't like in friendships. I never really paid much mind onto little things that people said. I would let it fly over my head. I was very gullible with friends that I shouldn't have been. But shit, your next question is, what do you do to keep yourself happy? I don't have one for that one, to be very honest. I suck at keep like maintaining myself happy. And I feel like happiness is like a state of mind, and I stress myself a lot. I do not drink my anxiety medication. I do not go to my therapy appointments. I worry about every little thing. I have bad OCD that I literally do not want to get diagnosed for. I am like overthinking every second of the day, and it like gets exhausting. So sometimes I find myself like being more stressed or being more anxious than being happy. But then when I catch myself in those moments, is like a type of realization, like anything that you are stressing about, if you are stressing about it for more than 2 days and you haven't found a solution, most of the time it's because it's out of my reach. Like literally I was stressed about like why I didn't stay in college. That is in my reach because I could go back to college, but as a person that has struggled their whole life to maintain good grades and to be in school and actually learn, it was always very hard. And never on no like learning issues, and I'm not saying nothing to the people with learning issues, but it's just like I was fucking lazy. Like I could get all A's in a project if I cared about the class. If it was science or math, I was in there. But let it be English or history, girl, I was failing D minus because I just could not. My attention span is literally trash. The way I could learn numbers like nothing, but then you tell me memorize this sentence, and in 2 minutes you ask me again and I will not remember it. But I could remember a phone number by looking at it once. Crazy. So anyways, to answer the question, how do I keep myself happy? Whenever I feel like I am too anxious or like I see myself showing signs of depression or like things like that, I just either go for a walk, go for a hike, I go out to eat, I talk to my boyfriend a lot, or I talk to my friends. I try to go out as much as I possibly can. Like, I don't force myself to. If I want to rot in bed for a weekend, I will. And then if I the next day feel like before going to work at 7 a.m. I have to get up and clean the whole house, that's it. It will be like little moments, because I feel like people are so asphyxiated in being happy that they're just stressing themselves more instead of gaining that happiness. Is just because like you're putting too much pressure on yourself. You cannot expect to be happy the next day just by cleaning your room. Yes, it's gonna feel nice that you cleaned your room, but happiness is not something that you experience like every day. And yeah, you can say, oh my god, I'm happy and I have been happy for the last month, but there has been days in that month that you are sad. There has been days in that month that you do not want to get out of bed. There's days that you don't want to eat, and that's okay. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're not happy. It's just you struggle. Right now, I'll say I'm pretty happy, even though I have been struggling with anxiety because I don't take my medication and I don't go to therapy. But yeah, I would say just do like find a hobby. Whenever I feel a little sad, I do my makeup. Or like today, I just decided I was going to record a video. I have never tried to record a video just by myself talking. Even though I have always said I was going to, I have never attempted to. So that made me a little happy, I guess. This one I chose myself because I feel like I struggled with this a lot. Not necessarily, well, let me say the question first, but being mean due to trust issues. And I feel like I relate to it somewhat because I feel like before I'll be mean to anybody. I would rather be the bitch than be the nice person. I would rather be the down of the downer person than the bigger person. Fuck that. I used to be like, oh, you want to go at it? We could go at it. Which I'm still like that, but not to that extent. Like, not in every situation. I know if I'm right, then I could defend myself without having to, like, borderline bully somebody. But high school, again, I was mean to people for no reason. And even a little bit after high school, I just didn't, like, care for what people thought about me, or not in a, well, not like that. Like, I still don't care what people think about me, but like morally of me. Like, I didn't care to say thank you. I didn't care to say please, even though I was raised to say these things, like well-mannered growing up. I did not care for the person in front of me to hear that. Like, I would just continue along my day, which I feel like is very wrong, and it's like a bad energy to always carry around, because I feel like I was so negative. If you like something and I didn't like it, I'll try to put you down for it. I will say it's ugly. I will say don't wear that. I'll say you would look hideous wearing that. And not like in a mean way. Like, I'll say these things to my friends, but even though it's my friends, okay, I don't feel like recording anymore. I feel like my energy left my body. Guys, that was the end of this video. I will see you guys on the next one.